Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live session in HTM540x, Hospitality and Tourism Technology and Innovation. I'm Dr. Dan Wang. I'm currently in the live studio housed in SHTM in Hong Kong Polytechnic University. I'm so glad that we can meet you now online, and we're going to have a live conversation today. I hope in the past 5 weeks you have enjoyed the content and also the tutorial sessions, as well as your work, as well as your exercise. All right, so today, before jump into our live conversation, I would like to introduce you our honored guest speaker, Mr. Robbie Ma. Mr. Robbie Ma today is going to bring us a very interesting content regarding the role of IT in hospitality industry. Let me give you a brief introduction about the background of Mr. Ma. Mr. Ma is currently the Director of Technology in Peninsula Hong Kong. He is in charge of hotel technology operation management and innovation project development. Mr. Ma has extensive experience in managing IT projects in hotel industry, ranging from IT-related projects in new hotel pre-opening to various IT innovation projects management. Mr. Ma worked for Shangri-La International Hotel Management Limited for 7 years, then IBM for another 4 years as a service delivery manager. Mr. Ma holds a Master of Science degree in Business Information Systems from City University of Hong Kong, and currently Mr. Ma is pursuing doctorate degree in Hospitality and Tourism Management in our school. Welcome, Mr. Ma. I'm so glad you can make it today.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation, Dr. Dan Wang. So it's my honor to be here to share all the things I experienced from myself to all of you. So it's also my glad to be here. So today we will start to sharing the roles of IT in hospitality industry. So let's begin the PPT.
Sure, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So in this sharing, we'll discuss and share just like what all of you see on the screen, that the PPT is related to the roles of IT in hospitality industry. So we will share and discuss about the happening now and going to be happen in near future in hospitality information technology in hospitality industry. So let's go through the table of content. So in this content, we will discuss about 3 topics here. So the first one will be current IT, role of IT in hospitality. And the second one will be the IT strategy, indicate the hospitality future. The third one will be the future of role of IT in hospitality. So before the PPT sharing, let me show you a very interesting photos here. So a lot of people will definitely asking technology, does it bring us an easy life? So what you can see this photo is a water machine, right? So with development of information technology, the share economy generate a lot of product and platforms like Airbnb is quite success. Okay, this photo I took in one of a public service is also like a share economy something. So it's great that they're providing the complimentary water, so which is perfect for the public. But before you do that, before you get the water, you need to do 3 things. First one is you need to take out your mobile and scan the QR code, and then download an app, register it, and then you get water. So it takes few minutes to get water. So here comes a question. So does the technology bring us an easy life? So okay, so what I tell you is that so the technology is normally based on the human needs. So we come to next slide, everybody very familiar with. Okay, this one's a Maslow hierarchy of needs. Is a theory of psychology proposed by Maslow in 1943. So a theory of human motivation. So as a hospitality, we almost covered the 5 level of Maslow hierarchy of needs. So we come back to the previous question. So is this really the need for the human? So the technologies bring the help for the human, to commit the needs of a human. So we all know that the internet is born in the 1969. The smartphone is released in 1993. So then widely used in 2008. So what we change in this hierarchy in the IT field, so we can go to next slide, we can see that, okay. So in a very basic is a physiological needs. So what we change? So we not just only need a breathing, food, water, and clothing or sleeping. Maybe everybody needs Wi-Fi. And of course, with the Wi-Fi, you need a power bank to support your smartphone. So now this has become a physiological needs for the people. And then the security and the safety, then we need a stable network. So everybody needs a stable network to connect with the world, and also the security of the network. So being loved and belonging, now we also change a little bit. Another one is a like. So we need everybody's like. So with a like, we feel that we have a connection with body, with a connection with a friend, friends, and your families. So without this, so it's very hard to describe that the needs you being commit by yourself. So I think that if you're familiar with Dr. Dan Wang's course, she may probably discuss about this with you guys. So another question I need to bring up to you. So how many application software typically have in a 5-star hotel? So guess a number. So if you're not familiar with the hospitality, the IT field, so you never imagine that there was 100 kinds of application and software to supporting the whole hotel's running. So let me show you those important things like entire hotel. So all the 100 application or software, just like a muscling system, responsible for the movement of the human body. And the invisible network is like a blood circulation system. So the important system, just like an organ. Okay, the organ, let me show you what organ exactly happen in the most of the hotel. So here is the major divisions in the hotels that we are running. So you can see the background, we got a property management system to support all the divisions. Of course, here doesn't describe all the divisions, but just list out all those importance, like rooms, sales marketing, F&B, HR, and also finance, purchasing. So of course, we got another divisions, which is not being fully listed out here, but it doesn't matter. So normally, traditionally, we use the PNS as a whole interface for the entire system. So hotel property management system was previously defined as a platform that enable a hotel from office service, like such as hotels, reservation, check-in, check-out, and also some billing and room assignment, managing room rates. This is the basic function for the PNS system. But now we got a lot of things interface with PNS right now. So including like not just from office, we still have the sales marketing things, revenue system, F&B, which stand for the food and beverage, and also some guest experience things like guest interface with the concierge system, something like that. So all this kind of system is built up and running by support and interface of a PNS. So this is now a very typical hotel IT system right now. So let's see the detail here. So we can see the overall is for PNS, property management system. The HR, we have an HR human resource management system. So financial, we also have a financial system. So this general system list out here is not just, it doesn't mean that it just have this one. Of course, we got few have a similar function system here. and then the F&B will be using for POS and TMS, which is point of sales, and TMS, which means table management system. So sales and catering here will normally for the event arrangement. So purchasing, we got the chat SCM that we are common, widely used among the hotel industry. So rooms for here, we also got some e-concierge, e-housekeeping, blah, blah. So all these kind of system nowadays that we're using also have some defects. So what I can see the defect is the first one is standalone. So most of the hotel system, they running standalone. They supply by different supplier and also from different vendor. So they also need an interface to link them together. So this is one defect. Another defect is we need the hardware to support this kind of system, which means that we need a large area, we need a larger space to store the hardware, and also have the complicated interface. Every single interface, we need a human to intervention. And then a lane of professional. For example, if an IT professional, normally they will just focus on one area. Just like if you're from IBM, you probably just know the things from IBM. You're from HP, you probably know the things from HP. This is very common. So it's very difficult for the hotel to find someone with this rich area of knowledge to cover all this area. So which means that in hotel IT, they not just need to know the general hardware, software, and a server, something like that, network. They also need to know each system that running in different divisions and also get a hands on all those systems. So we come to the IT professional roles, how we can be IT professional roles. So the IT professional here in hospitality, first of all, he or she need to be a cyber architecture. Why I'm talking about the cyber architecture? It's not the excuse me. It's not infrastructure architecture, because not only we not just support the infrastructure architecture, we still need to consider about the cyber architecture. We need to have a mindset in the whole brace here. We imagine that the whole hotel will be like a big net of our brain. So we need to think about that, what those people are thinking, what those operations thinking. So the cyber, we bring the actual things to be cyber to solve the things for them. And then the second one will be the operation solution generator. So the question is, normally we got the new things coming from the human. So we're thinking about the things coming. So for the operation, so they also every day they generate new idea, new things, new needs from different guests or customer. So all these kind of things we try to become a solution. The solution will have the physical solution. Of course, we got the cyber solution as well. This solution need to be maybe generate a new idea, and then this new idea will come back to development and come out to meet the user acceptance. So this will be IT professional will be the solution generator. And the third one is typical that we did as technical support. In a hotel, there's a big things, there's a big things, there's a small things. No matter big or small, we also support the hotel. So we're not going to comment that, oh, you are doing a very small things, you are doing very big things. No, in a hotel, no matter there's small or big, you're giving a support for the entire hotel running. And then the fourth one is the rich knowledge, which is mentioned previously. This IT professional is not just the person have the IT knowledge. We also need to have the knowledge of other divisions running. Of course, we don't asking you to go to cooking. So of course, we're not going to do that. So, but we need to know how we can pass the order from the front end to the back end smoothly. Yes. So this is the professional that we need to do. And the next one, I will sharing some IT strategy that we will going to have during my my history work. So Normally the IT strategy will indicate the hospitality future, how we can understand this point. We can from the 4 area to simply understand that. The first one is strategy, second one is people, the third one is building structure, and the fourth one will be the division mindset. So we're talking about the IT strategy normally not just happening during the operation. It also happening in the hotel pre-opening stage. In the hotel pre-opening stage, property target is quite important. Property targeting and the audience is very important. How we can understanding this that when you decide a hotel, you want to be a resort hotel, city hotel, or even the family hotel, or even the high-tech hotel, just like Flygate hotel. Yeah, just recently opened. It's totally human-less hotel. There's no support, no people there. You guests just go in themselves and check in themselves. Okay, so this targeting is very important. So from technology should provide a different set of menu. So let's share you a story here. When I'm doing the opening in Tibet, China, so there's one thing that we never imagined is because we built out the whole IT things up there. So we are thinking about the UPS can support more than 1 hour, more than 1 hour doing the outage, power outage. But unfortunately, when we're testing it, we find out this is not realistic. It's because we didn't consider the high altitude there. So that's the reason that when we decide the property target, we need to know what exactly is this hotel's location and the hotel type, and also the audience lesson to the people there. This is very important. And the second one is the strong innovation strategy team. So the people is always very important. So the innovation is normally come from the people. So we keep innovating, because if you're not innovating, then you're gonna lose in future. So the words keep changing. Even your iPhone is changing in 1 year's time. We see any big innovation on the phone. Selling is dropping now. So this example. Okay. Another one is if you got a correct team, they can motivate to do the. You're not gonna some they not set the failure the new version, but especially the big brand will accept the failure from the new innovation, because why you never know. Try never be a leader. And then the third one, this one is we're talking about the in the building strategy to for next 5 or yeah. For example, now we are forecasting for the digital system. We got so 5 now is to the AC. So probably another band to support the fasting transmit on the data. So that's the reason when we're building the infrastructure, we need to know what kind of cable that we need to implement in a hotel. For example, you need to have a fiber, what kind of fiber, single mode and multiple mode. And also you need to consider the cabling and Cat6 and Cat6A or Cat7. So this is all kind of things will depends on, will define your future. Because in future, if something is upgrading, so your infrastructure cannot catch up. For example, if you're building the cabling inside the wall, so you're not going to dig out the wall and change the cable. So the property technical infrastructure is also a very important point that we need to consider. The fourth one is a project professional with operation division mindset. This is also mentioned previously. The professional also need to be change their mind as other divisions of operation mindset. So next one will show you that now we don't have this one. Maybe in future we will have this one. I'm calling it as operation brain. So now a single hotel just running on their own. So in future, maybe like a blue cloud on the right side. Okay, blue cloud on the right side, the hotel will be a hotel brain. and we got a hotel A, B, C, D to hotel N to within the cloud of the hotel break. What we can do about this, let me show you one thing. If you're in one city, you got 10 hotels. So normally the purchasing is working independently. This is a very simple example. We come to a quotation from the vendor and say, how much about this fish? And then the second, the B, hotel B is also asking the another vendor, so how much about this fish? So the information is not linked together between these hotels. So maybe that one purchasing a $10 fish, that one, another one is purchasing a $20 fish. So if the information, they connect to each other, they know, oh, we go to supplier A, I can get a $10 fish at a time. So the hotel break is very important. So which will probably happen in near future. This is what I always believe. So now we come back to the IT technician is more than IT technician. So these are the things follow up by previously. So this person need to have the instinct of a hotelier. The second one, this person need to be a market oriented. The third one is a guest behavior analysis. So we need to know we not just the IT to do the support. So we also need to support the hotel business running. Also need to support the probability marketing chance for this hotel. And then we see we are running to the future roles of IT in the hospitality industry. So the hospitality industry, we normally have some major index, which is showing here as a structure as a consumer and the cost, revenue, and operation needs. So the structure consumer is the things what we recently talking about. So which target of age of guests that you are focusing on for this hotel? Maybe some hotel will have their strategy, oh, I just focus on the teenager. Some hotel will just have the strategy like, oh, I just focus on the business man, or some the other kind of business engagement. So so this one will also very important for the hotel to find the targeting and the IT, how we can implement the normal setup for the structure of those customers. For example, that if you want to focus on the teenager, maybe we can invest more on the smartphone, and maybe if you invest more on the technical things they are interested in, so maybe we will have the no one is a human-free reception, such kind of things. But in most of luxury hotel, we're still focusing on the human interaction. So and then the costing. So the IT is also helping the hotel to reduce the cost for the operation performance cost. So the revenue, IT, the people will say, oh, now the Wi-Fi is free, so the IT is not going to generate any revenue, which I think is wrong, because for IT there is two kind of revenue that we need to consider. The first one is not the financial one, not financial facts. The other one is financial. The not financial, that we can see that we provide the seamless support on the operation. We accelerating the operation movement. So this is also saving a lot of that not financial costs. For the financial costs, in now the marketing, for the digital marketing, we can get a lot of the guest information. For example, we can engage with guests through the WeChat, Facebook, or even IG. So these kind of things, we can calculate how many followers that we with us. The follower huge resource and potential resource for us. So they say IT not generating revenue, so some sort I'm not agree on that. So another one is the operation needs. So we also IT guys are also supporting the operation needs as well. So every operation needs every day may not be different, but sometimes got the new ideas coming up, then you need to solve out those kind of things. You come out with a new idea, you need a chance for marketing. Okay, we talk about the future there was some e-business integration. The e-business integration, we got a lot. For example, everybody familiar with OTA and direct booking, and also social media, hotel campaigns, etc. of things. But all these kinds in future, I believe, if you integrate together in a big platform, the platform may be within hotel or maybe outside of hotel. So this platform will definitely come out in near future to integrate all these kind of things. But now we see what we can do. So to have this new integration. So the next one is a very hot topic. They're talking about the AI hospitality. So information innovation and the technology is shaping out the hospitality industry. So with the AI, so being using enhance the customer experience and made the business smarter. So let me share you a example. Maybe probably so some hotel plan to using the taking from a calculate last night booking. After I will send me a thank you to stay with us. I'm looking forward to seeing you in next time. So when you next time you're booking this hotel, the AI will remember that last time you stayed with us and what is the room, what is your needs, and then they will come back the email and say, hey, Mr. Robbie Ma, thank you for staying with us again. We already ready the room face to the pool or face to the sea for you. So I plan more banana for you because last time you just eat banana, you don't eat any apple or something. This is just an example. So so with AI, we reduce the operations hands. Maybe we can self-learning, let them to do the self-learning to have the personalization set up for the guests. And then of course we got the reputation. In no matter you high history hotel or future hotel, will have your future image like a high-tech image. So it's following the world, maybe leading the world or the hospitality industry. And the VR is widely using, I believe. So one of the hotels is already releasing some VR reservation for the room, so they will actually know the actual environment of the hotel by using the AR technology. So we're also using the forecasting, especially in the okay, and the third topic that we talk about is the big data that we're using in the hotel. Big data is widely using in financial and other public service industry. So now hotel we still behind, but I believe in future will be up. What big data can do? You can see here. I share you a very simple sample for the big data. So I never imagined that the laugh cry is the first one of widely using by emoji. So at least I'm not the person to using this one a lot. But unfortunately, most of people, according to the big data, most of people like this. Just like imagine that if this is the Apple or the hotel rooms, we can analysis that which room type that the guest most welcomed by guests, and this guest like which kind of room. So the big data is quite interesting things which we may probably implement in hotel environment in near future. So the mobile integration. Now we're talking about the mobile integration. So here mobile integration not just for the big data, and also we're using on the overall control for the hotel. So we are also talking about the integration of IoT, Internet of Things. So focusing on data is very, very important and will be the future of the hospitality. So next one we're talking about the smart living in hospitality. Smart living, normally in our mindset, the smart living will be the connection for the entire device in the room. So smart living maybe in future is not just connecting for the room device. It will be in single guest activities. So for example, when you try to doing something, you already plan in your mobile, in your smart living. So you can either just check your flight and remind your flight information, and also you can get the taxi you want, you can book the meeting room that you want. So every single activities you can integrate in your smart living in the future. So this is what we are talking about, the seamless technology in future. So let's see in the smart living what we change here. So in the smart living in future, we may probably have the other mobility and a cloud platform and some loyalty program and personalization and function outlets. They will build together in a hotel by technology. So this is more than the things that we are insisting happen in the left side photo. Okay, we're talking about the last one, but not least, we're talking about the future role for IT. This person will more than IT guys has a business instinct, and of course they have a resource integrator. So because the hotel IT, they're not developing anything, they're not creating any system, but they are the person to find a appropriate system to integrate all those systems to serve for the hotel guests. And then we're connecting the new lifestyle and leading and generating the cyber fashion. So now we are all talking about the teenager playing the technical things. We feel like a fashion things in the hotel. This is another things we will happen in hospitality industry. So we come back to the few things that have some people asking us, will the technology development replace human? So definitely not. So just like Jack Ma is saying that every technology renovation will kill a lot of jobs, but at the same time they create a lot of jobs. So I believe that in the hotel environment, they are the human interactive industry. So the technology will replace some work, but not the human contact. So another things I would like to highlight here is in the hotel industry. So it's more than an IoT. It's an IOA. This is what I believe is Internet of Activity. So this kind of things will internet or integrity with every single activities between the hotel staff and the hotel guests. So the last one, so before we ending the speech, I will share you that is also from the Jack Ma. I really appreciate that the things he shared before. There's two kind of people. It depends on who you are. You see it, then you believe it. This is one kind of people. Another people is that you believe it, then you can do it. This is another kind of people. So what kind of people you are? Okay, what future you create? So believe it or not, so the technology will leading the future. So the future will be also the technology. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Wonderful lecture. Thank you for bringing us so much rich information regarding the role of IT supporting hotel operation behind the scene. All right, so maybe I will take advantage to being here, sit together with you to ask you a few questions first.
Sure.
So because in your lecture, you actually mentioned about the current role of IT in hotel operation, and then later you talked about the future role of IT in hotel operation. So I understand like in the future, like or even now, IT should play a more strategic role rather than only technical support.
Right.
So, but based on my knowledge, like in the market, right, depends on the scale of hotels and depends on the budget that they have.
Right.
Many hotels still remain IT in a very traditional role.
Right.
So, in your knowledge, if those hotels to change the legacy IT structure to the new information system with more important strategic role in supporting hotel operation. What are the difficulties there, or what are the barriers those hotels need to overcome?
Okay. Yeah, this is a very good question and very the things that we're facing right now. So actually, from the hotel right now, is totally correct. Dr. Dan Wang's mentioned about this transition roles is normally like a support role, so beyond of the strategy role. So now is if we try to have this one, the first things I think is the brand strategy. So it depends on the brand, the hotel brand, what kind of the strategy that they are using. For example, if you mention about the historical luxury brand, they may not put the technical things on in front, yeah, because they are more focused on the human contact between each other. Because we buy the luxury, we buy the human, we buy the human contact. Because this kind of consumer, they will guess they would like to be more interact with the hotel people, or maybe then enjoy the service from the people. Yeah, this is the service. But some of the hotel for like a new high-tech hotel, the focus on the teenager, they will put the strategy as a technology at hand. So as far as I know, there was another luxury hotel, they put the technology to be one of their strategy, company strategy or company vision in 2017. Since 2017, they try to develop the technology and build in the hospitality. So the second one will be the user acceptance, because the user, we can say there's a few users like division user, and also we got the owner. So the owner, sometimes the owner will consider about what kind of things they are accept by the technology. So if the technology is over their budget, they will also consider about, they will concern about the more investment on that. So in this point of view, then we talk about the ROI, so the return of the investment. So they will balance these kind of things. The last one, but not least, is the workflow. So the workflow is still very traditional in IT, in hospitality IT, because in hospitality it's a transition industry. So I believe this the last one to be changed. We got the financial things change, we got the government change, we got a lot of things. But in hospitality, they are very slow change on this point of things. But this is I understand, because they are more focusing on the human contact, more beyond the technology contact. So they would like to have a human directly talk to each other and smile to each other instead of using a robot go there to deliver the things. This is the most industry that a hotel, hospitality, hotel that they are thinking about.
Great. Okay, another message I got from your lecture is that if you are IT, if you have IT background and you work as an IT professional, and then you come into the hotel industry, then only technician or technical knowledge is not enough. You have to know the hotel business, right? And on the other side, for hotel management, in order to deploy IT as a more strategic role in supporting operation, or sometimes even leading the operation, the hotel management people also need to have some kind of IT related capability or IT knowledge, right? So can I, on behalf of our learners, can I, because most of our learners, they have like a industry background in hotel and the tourism business, but they may not have, knowledge or related capability with IT. So if you give them some advice, like what kind of IT capability or knowledge that a hotel professionals should be equipped, what will be your advice for them?
Okay. Let me share you one of the things that I did before. So I was asking for how we can increase the followers for our hotel, maybe WeChat or Facebook, something. Yeah. By that time, this question actually is not directly asked me. It's asking the other person, but this message passed to me. Okay. Then I think I say that this is very, very simple things. We can use the technology tools to do that, but never think of, there's no one think about the IT tools. They just thinking about how much money I can put for the advertisement and how much money I put in the engage with a newspaper or the internet something. So actually we can directly engage with the guests. At that time I'm do a little bit change on the technical things, and it's on the Wi-Fi sign-in by that time. For example, we all need to be signed in when we are checking the hotel Wi-Fi, right? So we changed the way to do that. So I just remove the page by using the room number and the last name. Normally we will use that.
Yeah.
And then we change it in a follow us with social media. Okay, we follow up with the social media. At the same time, we will let them to have a selection. Are you follow us or not? Okay, actually we using the social media. We find out the result is very positive. Most of the guests will willing to follow us and get our information. So at that time, only 2 or 3 months, the people is already increasing up to, I think it's 3 months that by that time the follower is from, at that time just 5,000 in one of a single hotel, 5,000 follower. And by that time it's already up to 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 by 2 weeks or something. And then after that, after half years, then it's already around, if I'm not wrong, it's already 800K, something like that.
Oh.
The total, the whole brand. So this is a very large growth by that. So this is the value that the IT bring us. Okay. So at the same time, we are talking about the hotel management. Okay, hotel management is very bright mind.
Yeah.
They already know the things that's happening. They try to be changed. That's the reason they got a lot of support on the technical part. So
Yeah.
they will say that, well, if this engagement is good, so we innovation, so just like what I mentioned about the resource integrator, so they are happy to support the IT person, IT team to get the resource to integrity and enhance the guest experience and raise their satisfaction.
Sure.
On that.
So I got what you mean, like as a hotel senior management. So the most important thing is not necessarily what kind of software or the hardware you know about them, but you have to know how the information technology can create value for the hotel, and then you know how to support them in many ways. All right, so actually we have lots of questions from our audience. Let's receive some questions from our learners. Okay, the first question: what IT system currently exists to bridge the gap regarding communication between hotels? I guess, Mr. Ma, this is a question for you, I guess, because this is related with one point you mentioned in your lecture. You talked about traditionally one hotel supported by different kind of systems. But now, if we run several properties together, then we hope that they can be supported by the single system. So it facilitates communication among the hotels. So based on your experience in practice, what are the systems the currently employed in the industry to support the communication among hotels?
Okay, this is a very good question. So this is the things happening. The things we using the cloud-based system. So this is very important. The cloud, we're talking for a long time. So, but sometimes we got a concern about the cloud is stable for the cloud. So this is one thing, one important thing that we need to concerning about. The second one is the cloud transition. The thinking is very simple. Just we're using a cloud, we can build them together. But reality, we got things need to consider the stable for the cloud. The second one is the privacy issue. So because we got a different privacy regulation in different regions. For example, in Europe, we got the GDPR. In Hong Kong, we also got the privacy things. So in this cloud, what kind of things you can transmit? What kind of things you cannot transmit? That you need to very clearly to meet some privacy regulation requirement. The third one is how we can guarantee the redundancy for the cloud. So at least we need to have the redundancy to make sure that the thing is ongoing and always online. So at the same time, of course, we're using the cloud. It doesn't mean that we take out everything from the local. So the local, we also need some to do the backup to make sure that if the cloud really disconnect because of any reason, that we still can have our business going running.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, let's move to the next question. All right, next question is for me. According to the lectures of week 3, may I know how does technology and innovation help Hotel Icon create value? Great. So in case you don't know about Hotel Icon is a 5-star hotel running by the school and the University of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. So since 2011, the launch of Hotel Icon, the business has been very successful, and the Hotel Icon has been ranked top 3 in the TripAdvisor by the by the guest. So yeah, actually, a Hotel Icon, in terms of its market strategy, is quite, I would say, information technology driven. In brief, actually, in our week 3 lecture session, you will find a case study. In that case study, I interviewed the senior management in Hotel Icon. They actually give more details about how the IT are creating values for Hotel Icon's business. But in brief here, I would say there are 3 ways information technology are supporting Hotel Icon or create value for Hotel Icon. One thing is to help Hotel Icon to gain business intelligence. Hotel Icon actually used lots of technology or lots of ways to collect customer data and to analyze customer data. For example, revenue management. Like we have the historical data in that database. We also have the general market trends, have a market data, and also we have the related, for example, even weather data, even airline industry data. Then the system or the information system actually have the algorithm to digest all the data integratively, so to provide the revenue suggestions to the senior management for decision making. This is one example. And another way, I would say, information technology is helping Hotel Icon is to build up more close communication between hotel and the guest. For example, Hotel Icon is using handy phone in guest room. Hotel Icon provides hotel guests a free smartphone for them there to use during their stay. And then one advantage a hotel guest can gain from this practice is that a hotel guest can have the free data, internet data package during the stay in Hong Kong. So they can take the phone out everywhere. They can keep connected with their friends and families, can get access to the information online. But another advantage a hotel can gain from this practice is that, for example, Hotel Icon can push messages to hotel guests, say, for example, in the afternoon, beside the swimming pool, we are organizing a afternoon party. So the guests and you can come enjoying some free drinks. And at the same time, then hotel guest relationship officers, they are going to be in the party to communicate with guests, to know more about guests' needs, about their travel purpose, about whether they're satisfied with the hotel service or not. Then they can provide further service. And the third way the hotel icon creates this way is that after they know more about the hotel guests' situation, then they can provide more customized service. Then further at the end, eventually customer satisfaction can be improved, or they always come up the ideas to wow the guests. Then the guests, of course, they will share the comments online then to leverage this value.
Right.
So this is our IT do for hotel icon.
Right.
All right. So next, it's about OTAs. OTAs are also offering value for customers from cheaper price options, customer reviews, and rewards point systems. Do you think the direct booking system from a hotel website is still necessary?
I think this question is for me.
Yeah,
I'm also very interesting on this one
yes,
as well.
Yeah,
because to hotel, to be honestly, if I were the runner of a hotel, I personally doesn't really like the OTA because they're eating our commission. So this is a very important point for in the actual. So the one is a direct booking is I think it's very necessary for the hotel. So the thing is from the direct booking we can reduce the cost that, or we can pay less to the OTA. So we can get more money. So at this point, so how we can say that if you say that killing OTA is not possible because hotels still rely on OTA to promote their things. But at the same time, we also need to promote our direct booking as well. In a hotel direct booking, if we got more resource from the direct booking, which means that we can reduce some from the OTA, we can save more revenue from the OTA commission. So how we can make better on the direct booking of the hotel? The first one is, of course, we need to strengthen our direct booking system. This is very important. We can have a different kind of payment way or receive the payment from the guests, because recently we can see that most of the hotel direct booking, they got a limitation on the payment. So the payment gateway is very important, and it must be rich. So for example, you got the very popular one, Alipay, WeChat Pay, something like that. You also need to add something on that. So this is very important to check those people to have to come to your website to do the direct booking. Another thing is following what I mentioned previously. This is the whole chain, the cycle, because you got the follower from the guests. They have a very large chance to directly book from your side. So this is very important. So how you can get more guests to follow you social media or even other kind of ways, and then it will be enlarge the chance of possibility they put the direct booking through your website or through your app. Yes. Thank you.
Great. So now we can receive one last question from the audience. How many percentage of a hotel revenue should be invested in IT technology? Should a 3-star hotel do the same IT technology investment as a 5-star hotel? It's a very practical question. Yes, it's particularly about numbers.
Yeah.
I guess as an IT director and IT professional who are in charge of pre-opening for many hotels, you have a better answer than I have.
Right. So actually the hotel revenue is very, very difficult to calculate how much percentage you need to investment in the IT technology. So the thing is, of course, just come back to this like a slide inside the slide that I mentioned about. It depends on what kind of a hotel that the owner is going to be present to public. For example, are you building the resort? Are you building a city hotel? Are you building a technical hotel? So this is the key point. This is a key point will affect that the investment for the IT investment in technology. So the Tree Hotel, compared to Tree Hotel, I don't think the 5-star above hotel will how to say, will have a, because from the 5-star luxury hotel, they will think about the first one thing is the human contact instead of a technology contact. So the human contact there was two kinds of human contact, direct contact. Okay, the second one will be the human contact through the technology. So this is depends on how they are going to present the way to communicate with guests. I think the 3-star hotel will more easily to implement for the technology things, because in most of the Tree Hotel they are already building some human-less check-in, check-out, and already building some the self check-in counter. So some of that you don't even see a check-in counter as well. You just see some check-in machine standing there. So I think even the less star hotel will more convenient to do that. Yeah, because they consider about the human power. Yeah, the human resources also very expensive. For the 5-star hotel, sometimes they will consider about the human contact more than the technology contact. So the human contact still the legacy, how to say, human contact still the tradition of the hotels for a 5-star luxury hotel. So they're not going to remove any human contact replaced by technology. So the technology will just accelerating the change, accelerating the satisfaction, or we can say the experience of the guests. So you're not going to replace the human. Yeah.
Yes, great. Thank you. All right, so it's almost come to the end of this live session. As we discussed a lot today, information technology, they are not technical artifacts anymore. In our industry, actually, we have to understand it as a strategic tool to boosting the operation, not only supporting and to help us to gain more business intelligence. Like what we provided in our in our class content as well, we helped you to understand how IT can create value for our industry in different kind of ways. We encourage you to understand the information technology or information management system from different perspectives, not only from the technical point of view. And also we brought the topic about big data. We brought the topic about, for example, the new technologies in the field, virtual reality, things, how we can make innovation based on the developing new technologies in the market. All right, so I really hope you enjoying our course. Last but not least, I would like to thank you, Mr. Mark. Thank you so much
thank you
for being here with us today. And I hope you are enjoying the rest of the learning journey. And we welcome any questions from you. And you can contact us by email or our online system. Thank you.
Thank you.